And welcome back to Couple Movie Watchers. In today's video, I am going solo just for today to talk about the weekend box office results. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see Anna back. It really helps out the channel as well. And don't forget to smash the like button because it brings everybody good luck. All right, so let's jump into today's video. It's all about this weekend box office results. So this is going to be a good one, everybody. So let's jump into the number 10 movie of the weekend, and that is Venom. Venom was not in the top 10 last weekend, but Venom says, forget that. Spider-Man's about to come out. I need to make some money as well. So Venom jumped back into the top 10 films of the weekend, grossing $850,000 in total. In the U.S., it made $212 million, and worldwide is about to pass almost $500 million. So Venom is still getting that cheddar. All right, so let's go into the number 9 video of this weekend, or number 9 movie of this weekend, and that's going to be Dune. Dune dropped from number 7 last week to number 9. Dune grossed $857,000 this weekend, making over $106 million domestically. This is definitely going to be the most successful film domestically for Warner Brothers HBO Max day and date release. Now, the only other big movie HBO has coming out before the end of the year, and that will be The Matrix 4. Let's see if that can surpass Dune. I hope they both do really well because I want to see more from both franchises, especially if The Matrix 4 is really good as well. So let's see how this goes. All right, so let's move on to the number 8 film of the weekend. We have Christmas with the Chosen One. This movie made $1.2 million this weekend, dropping from number 5 to number 8 at the box office. It has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 96%. I think this movie is going to still play well throughout the holidays until Christmas, and they'll probably drop out of the top 10 after that. All right, so moving on to the next film, we have coming in at number 7 is a movie that we've seen that we actually enjoyed as well, and that is Clifford the Big Red Dog. It made $1.32 million this weekend. It's definitely doing really well considering it's on Paramount Plus right now. If you have Paramount Plus, you can watch for free. This movie made in total $47 million in 5 weeks. It's still hanging in the top 10. We actually enjoyed this film. It was a family film. Even if you're not a family film, you just like the source material. It's kind of like that. I would say give me that like 90s, 2000 nostalgia film. It's just kind of like fun, nothing too serious. So um, we definitely enjoyed this film. Don't expect Oscar worthy material here, but just kind of a fun family, or just a fun film to watch overall. Nothing too serious, but definitely enjoyable. All right, so moving on to our number 6 film of the weekend. Can you take a guess? What do you think it's going to be? It is Resident Evil, dropping from number 5 to number 6, or actually staying at number 6, I think. It is Sony's Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It made $2.65 million this weekend. That's down 50%, but in total, it made $13.1 million in 2 weeks. This movie is not doing too well, but hey, it's all to the good. Um, Hopefully, they just redo the franchise again and get it right. I'm not hearing a lot of good things about it, but let me know your thoughts below. Did anybody see Resident Evil? Is this a good movie to see? Because I am curious. Is it worth actually wasting anyone's time? So yeah, let people know in the comments what were your thoughts on this. All right. So going into the top 5 movies, these are the big dogs that made the money this weekend. And actually coming in at number 5, still hanging in there, is actually the Eternals. Regardless of the reviews, it's starting to catch its mojo. It made $3.1 million this weekend, only down 26%. In total, it made $161 million at the domestic box office. Even with the subpar reviews, it shows the power of the Marvel brand. It has a 47% critic score and a 78% score from audience on Rotten Tomato, which the 78% I believe is actually up because I'm pretty sure it was lower than that in the past. The score is not great, but people are starting to people do like this film. I know people who either hate it or love it, some in between, but it seems like you're gonna be on either fence. You're gonna like it or hate it. I haven't met too many people who are like, "Oh, it was cool." Most people I know who've seen it, they either love it or they don't. But I definitely want to see it to kind of see what is my opinion when it comes to this film. But I'm gonna wait until it comes on like Disney Plus or something like that. I am not going to movie theaters to watch it. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. All right, so coming in at the number 4 movie at the box office, can anybody take a guess? And that's gonna be House of Gucci. Gucci is still popping. At number 4, Lady Gaga movie grossed $4.06 million, just a drop of 42%. In total, it made $41 million. It has a critic score of 61 and an audience score of 85 on Rotten Tomatoes. Have decent reviews. Some people let us know here that some people hated the movie, some people said it was good. So it looks like it's one of those movies that has kind of like mixed reviews, somewhat like Eternals, but more people seem to like this movie over the Eternals. Just looking at the critics and the audience score, so it seems like it really depends on where you fall at on how you're gonna like this movie. So um, we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go on into the number 3 movie, and that is Ghostbusters Afterlife. It made $7.1 million this weekend for a total of $112 million. Not too shabby, not too shabby. It only dropped 38% from its previous weekend, so it's doing pretty good. It's still hanging in there pretty well. The audience seemed to really enjoy this film, and at the end of the day, it just shows the power and brand of the Ghostbuster franchise. I believe even the ones they say that sucked, the one prior to this, it made over $100 million. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen this one yet, but I do plan on watching them just to see how they are. But yeah, I just love Ghostbusters. Well, I'm more of a fan of the original Ghostbusters 1 and 2. I've always wanted to see a direct continuation with the original cast. This one right here seems like they're going to have the original cast or some of them, which I heard the other movie had it as well. But I've always wanted to just kind of see a direct sequel with all the main Ghostbusters just together doing their thing. But that looks like it will never happen at this point. All right, at the number 2 at the box office, we have Encanto. Encanto made $9.42 million at the box office, which is a drop of 28%. In total, it made $71 million. And it has actually some high ratings, a 92.93 Rotten Tomato score for audience and critics. So people actually enjoy this Disney film. You know what? I haven't been watching a lot of Disney films lately when it comes to their animated series. I need to jump on it, man, because Disney overall they do drop some quality animated films. I think the last one I seen was Soul. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and see it. It's playing on Disney Plus. That was a really good one. So I'm pretty sure this will be a good one as well. But who knows? But Disney do know how to make those animated films. All right, so number 1 at the box office should be no surprise to anyone, and we're going to really talk about this, and that's going to be West Side Story. Now, this movie made $10.5 million at the box office, uh, which, to be honest, is actually Steven Spielberg's first musical from an Oscar-winning talent. It has a Rotten Tomato score of 93.94 from critics and audience. People love it. But let's be honest here. This movie is a total flop. It failed at the box office. I know people trying to spin it. The only saving grace is that it does have a high score, so it could be a sleeper, but only time would tell. This movie did worse than In the Heights at the box office, which made $11.5 million, which was considered a failure at the box office as well. Which I don't really think it was a failure when you look at it. It was playing at HBO day and day at the same time. I thought it was not great, but it was okay. But if that movie is considered a failure and it was playing on HBO Max and it did less than that, West Side Story is definitely a flop. There's no if ands, buts about it. It can have legs because a lot of people did not like In the Heights. A lot of people do like West Side Story, so we have to see, can that word of mouth carry this movie through the box office weekend. But this movie has a lot of competition when it comes to Spider-Man in the Matrix, and really anything outside of the Matrix and really Spider-Man. I think they're all going to get crushed. West Side Story maybe should have came out earlier this year when the competition wasn't that strong, but they have some fierce competition coming up, and the movie definitely showed that it has a lot. It's lacking so at the box office. So we'll see, man. I don't know. Word of mouth can really carry a movie like this, especially when you have some monster movies coming up. Maybe if you didn't have Spider-Man and The Matrix coming out, it could be different. But then again, you can say it's playing to a different audience. It's not really the same audience that it's going for. So it might end up doing well. But as of right now, with a budget around $100 million, this movie is purely a flop, in my opinion. But over time, it can gain an audience. So this is a movie we're gonna have to keep our eye on to see really how is the second week drop is gonna be, because that's gonna be really telling. If it drops like over 60%, this movie is probably toast. All right, folks, that was the top 10 movies of the weekend. Let us know that you see any of these movies. What was your favorite movie out of any of these that you've seen so far? And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if you want to see more movies about box office results, TV show reviews, reviews, and more, hit that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Peace.